It's version 1006. I'm just gonna check my Albrecht's Aether Ray guy because there are updates. I don't expect anything big. Oh wait, let me put my passives on just to check the DPS. What the fuck? Hey everyone, welcome to version 1.0.0.6 for an Albrecht's Aether Ray update video. So let's just get right into it. Albrecht's Aether Ray, I'm running at 16 out of 16, and Disintegration has a 1 point. Skandra's Elemental Exchange maxed out, 1 point on its 2 modifiers, 5 on Mirror, 5 on Sphere, 1 on Conversion, 5 on Reckless Power, 1 on Devastation, 7 on Electra's Flash Freeze, 1 on Absolute Zero, Inner Focus capped out, and then the rest of our passives and Nullification are at 1. 1 on Temper, 1 on Flame Touch and Temper, 1 on Blast Shield, 10, 8, and 8 on your Blackwire Cocktail setup, 1 on Thermite Mines, 10 on Hellfire Mines, 8 on Vindictive Flame, and 1 on Ulazine's Wrath. Let me go over the gear while I click it back in. I have Warp Fire. I'm running the Iskandra chest, shoulders, helmet, and offhand. We got the Wraithborn leg wraps, Aether Reach, Golemborn Greaves, Tinker's Ingenuity, Mark of Divinity, Agravax Malice, 2 Albrecht's Dualities, and the Arcane Shard of Agravax. So in this particular setup, our DPS should skyrocket. And this surprised me a lot when I fired up Grim Dawn with the 1.0.0.6 update, to see Albrecht's Aether Ray just absolutely getting a huge, massive damage boost. Like, this is 20k plus up from where it was in 005. It's not due to the Arcane Shard of Agravax. What they actually did was they increased the damage scaling per point on Albrecht's Aether Ray. Oh, and these are my fleshed out points. Iskandra's isn't 22 out of 12 anymore, but 20 out of 12 is just as good. Mirror, Sphere, Reckless Power, Electra's Flash Freeze, they all get to cap. Oddly enough, Arcane Will gets to cap now. It's weird, because of the Amulet, I think, having, +2 to Arcane Will, we actually get it to its cap with just a point in it, which is kind of interesting. Obviously we overcap Inner Focus. We have Mental Alacrity and Pepper Rally at 6 each. And now Blackwater Cocktail and Demon Fire and Agonizing Flames are 12, 10, 10. 12 for our Hellfire Mine, 10 on Vindictive Flame. All in all, it's looking pretty sweet, and it deals a crap ton of damage. So for my items, the reason I'm going with the Iskandra's Hood right now is I don't want to lose the +2 to all skills on Arcanists. Before, I had Anasteria's Secret as my helmet, which is just as good, and I might consider switching back to it. +2 to Mirror, technically +3 to Mirror, because if we equip the Anasteria's, did I say Iskandra's Secret? Anasteria's Secret, we technically lose +1 to all of our Arcana skills. So having the +3 to Mirror actually helps us spread our points around more. So it would go down to 19, 9, 11, 11, 24, 5. Like, we'd lose a lot switching that out. So I think going with this helmet is a little better. We also get the Iskandra's Unity ability, which is pretty helpful for our resistances and giving us more all damage. I don't know if I'd call it a fair trade, but I think it works just as well like this. We do lose the free devastation, though. That's the only downside. But I mean, we get some nice resistances. I mean, we're capped out on everything but chaos. So I think it works just well, just fine. The Arcane Shard of Agravax has a unique thing on it. Kind of unique thing, because the Kalidor's Tempest rare set, Kalidor's Regalia, has basically the same thing, but this is like the straight upgrade to it. So the fire damage converted to Aether damage, because we're much more geared towards Aether than fire, that's just a straight damage boost for us. And that affects everything. Like, that gives like, obviously Albrecht's Aether Ray more Aether damage. That gives Devastation more Aether damage. That gives Blackwater Cocktail more Aether damage. I mean, just Aether damage. They're technically Aether Fire Grenades now. Yeah, the Thermite Mines deal more Aether damage. Our Vindictive Flame retaliates with more damage because it's technically Aether damage now. It's a pretty cool concept going on there. It's also an all-around great sorcerer medallion. Running all 4 pieces might be something I look into in the future. I just have to acquire more of them, but it's a Kalidor's Tempest heavy set, and I'm not using that ability at all with my current sorcerer. So we'll have to see about that. And I think Iskandra's set is still going to be straight up better, mostly because of that 20% physical resistance, which gives us 26 total, which is quite significant resistance towards physical. Plus 30 Pierce Res is really, really, really good for capping out our Pierce Res. Otherwise, it's everything that you've seen before in all my previous stuff. And for augments, we have, I know people are going to ask, this is where I get the Chaos Strike ability from, the Riftstone component on my weapon, Imbued Silver on my offhand, 2 Mark of Illusions on my rings, an Arcane Lens on my metal, the Sanctified Bone on my helmet, Killian Shattered Soul on my chest, Silk Swatch on the shoulders, Unholy Inscription on the gloves, Mutated Scales on the pants, Mark of Mogdragon on the boots, Anti-Venom Salve on the waist, and an Arcane Spark on our metal. So for Devotion, real quick, it's the same thing I was running before. We go for Aether Fire, Arcane Bomb. Arcane Bomb we put on Blackwater Cocktail because we can spam Blackwater Cocktail and thus spam the bomb. Aether Fire goes on Albrecht's Aether Ray to just give it that much more damage. And we unlock Time Dilation, attach it to Electra's Flash Freeze. When we pop Electras, we'll essentially get Electras right back, along with all of our other cooldowns that were popped. And I'm spreading the points around to get to some energy regen, mostly on the Raven and on the Dryad. And then I pick up Oaklane's Lantern for that energy regen on that. If you don't want to go for that, you can take all of those points, along with some other points here and there, and you can easily get to Meteor Shower. I was running this before, and then I would attach Meteor Shower to Thermite Mines, and that's actually why I still have Thermite Mines in case I do that in the future, because it's always an option, and that is essentially what the build is right now. So let's go in the field and kill some stuff with it. Okay, I'm just gonna run over here real quick just to... So yeah, Albrecht's Aether Ray is incredibly powerful now. Like, the build was powerful before, but we've essentially gotten super powerful. Like, it's what you want Albrecht's Aether Ray to be. I'm just very quickly we gotta get our bomb to spawn there, and then we can pretty much burn things. We can pretty much burn things down super easy, so long as we actually aim the beam proper. The regen is still the pain in the butt thing. So let's go through the hidden lab. It's been a while since I've actually played Grim Dawn, so... I might be a wee rusty on certain things. The Overwatch Halloween event is ending right now, so I've mostly been playing that to try and get all of the loot associated with it. Yeah, we pretty much just burn everything down. Our energy suffers for it, though. as you would expect with the way Albrecht has worked, you know, throughout its entire history. Whoops. I mean, we don't even really need the Aether Ray sometimes. We can just throw out the Blackwater cocktails. I'm looking around for, Gethrand. A lot of our artillery is just really strong. So, I think there he is. So the Aether Ray is in a really good spot now. We get our super high single target damage combined with really, really great AoEs. Like, this is everything you could want in like a super castery build. And yeah, it's exactly what you want the Albrecht's Aether Ray ability to be now. It's like, it does what it says on the tin, what you would expect it to do. It's just amazing single target damage at the expense of your energy, essentially. Kinda hoping we run into Valderan, but just going and fighting the Warden is good enough for a demo. Of course, I'm loot whoring up Aether Crystals, as I wont to do. Yeah. It's pretty much, the rotation is pretty much, like, Electras, throw cocktails, throw out your mines, and then repeat. Beam everything down while everything is exploding. I mean, it's lasers and explosions. It's just what the build is. Now I actually want these guys around because I want to hit them with Electra Slash Freeze. Because it will get our cooldowns back. Oh, yeah. Yep, that was the Warden. He died. He died really quick. So that's Albrecht's Aether Ray in 1.0.0.6. It's gotten to where it needed to be. It got to that point where as soon as you just get a little bit of Aether resistance reduction on pretty much anything, they just disintegrate. They just fall apart, wither away under the power of Albrecht's Aether Ray. So that's going to cover this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next time for more Grim Dawn stuff.